Здравствуйте, дорогие дамы и господа, вы на канале Playlikearussians, меня зовут Александр, и мы с вами продолжаем детективить в The Council. В конце прошлой серии узнали мы, что мы демон, внезапно. И мы идем к маме, чтобы она нам объяснила, какого хера. Мортим рассказал, что мы его сын, и Сара нас украла. И мы идем как раз это и спросить.
What is at stake here far outweighs our personal interests. I should...
personal interests? I'm talking about my sister's life. She was my other half.
Calm down, Emily, calm down.
Louis, don't come near me.
I warned you what would happen if I found her.
А мы не можем, да, зайти? А, нет, можем. Твою мать, вот. Слабость психологии. Давайте.
Emily, put the weapon down.
She has to pay for all the harm she's done to me.
Well, to be fair, we've all made mistakes. And look at her, Emily. She's paid for hers.
I'm all alone now.
Duchess, I am sorry for what happened. I didn't have any choice.
Ah, you! Shut your mouth! You had the choice, all right. You used people according to your own desires, without any scruples.
Excuse me, Duchess, but we're in the same line of business.
Shut it!
And as for Emma, she knew only too well.
No, Emily. Look at me. Emily.
What did you say?
Так. Устойчивость к логике.
Do not like her. Neither you nor Emma are like Sarah. Ever since you got here, you've always tried to help me. I trust you, Emily. And Emma would never have betrayed me either.
No, she wasn't like that. She was loyal.
В смысле, она ж
Why
тебя
did
убить
Sarah
пыталась.
betray Emma? Why?
Your sister was supposed to hide something, and no one was supposed to have been able to find it.
And she would never have talked, even under torture. So why get rid of her?
Unfortunately, Emily, the creatures who live here employ methods that no one can resist.
I was going to get her out of there for God's sake. So what are you talking about?
Так, к логике ни хрена.
Emily, all I ask is that you let me tell the truth, but you'll never believe me.
You leave me no choice. I'm going to kill her, Louis.
Так. Ну ладно.
Emily, Emma had in her possession an ancient book of the occult that couldn't fall into the wrong hands.
What? You're telling me that Emma died because of an old book? That's why my sister died?
No, you don't understand.
So you won't be shocked if I return the favor in that case, will you? I understand you were trying to protect her, Louis, but it's a lost cause. Don't move!
Louis, remember in Paris?
Oh no, not again. No, Mother, wait.
Мы в прошлый раз действовали сами, у нас все получилось, но мы получили на нос вот эту херобору. Давайте сами опять.
No! No, for God's sake!
Did she hit you?
No! Why did you do that? I could have calmed her down. That's enough. I've had enough.
What do you mean? I really thought my next breath would be my last.
Well, anything's possible.
This is no time to be joking. Just help me climb aboard this boat, and let's get off of this cursed island.
No. I'm not going anywhere, and neither are you, until you've told me everything.
For crying out loud, what are you talking about? Oh, no, no, not now, no. Make him not want to know.
I know everything.
No. I beg you, please trust me. He's manipulating you. We must leave.
Paris.
Can't you see he wants you? And he'll do anything to turn you against me.
Number 12 on Rue des Martyrs.
He had to pay for what he did to me. I panicked. There she was with the baby due. I thought it was the right time to touch it, but
Touch it? By disemboweling her and stealing me from her?
The girl was already condemned to die. He never leaves any witnesses behind. She meant nothing to him. And I absolutely had to find a way of stopping him. I couldn't let him reproduce. I had to stop him propagating himself.
You stole my life from me.
No, Louis, I gave you a life. I offered you a choice. You got to know humanity. You are more human than many of us. From the second I took you in, I couldn't bear to be apart from you. I looked after you, fed you, raised you, like a mother.
Так.
You made me in your own image.
No, you're wrong. I devoted my whole life to teaching you to distinguish between right and wrong, so you would have the choice. You are not like him.
But you never told me.
I wanted to. I very nearly told you everything, at least a dozen times.
You didn't though, did you? Why?
I don't know, Louis.
You lacked the courage.
Yes, Louis. Yes, I was wrong. I should have told you earlier. I know. Forgive me, I beg you. Louis, yes. I made mistakes in the past, but now I'm ready to...
Do you consider me a mistake?
No, not you. You are what I am most proud of in my whole life. You are good. You fight to do right. You are not like him.
Still, he is my father. Why did you steal me?
You don't want to know, believe me.
For once in your life, be honest. Why all this mess? Why do you have it in for him so much? Why?
Because I'm his daughter. I know what he's doing. I see he has his eye on you. He's hovering around you, tempting you. He did it to me before you. And if you don't live up to his expectations, he will cast you away.
Is that what happened to you?
I wasn't good enough for him. So he rejected me.
What do you mean?
He tried to initiate me, but it would seem I am unable to develop his talent. I can't withdraw my mind from my body.
I get it. The reason why you abducted me is because he didn't love you, isn't it?
He doesn't love anyone, Louis. Don't be taken in.
Блять. Я к такому не готов был. Совсем не готов был. Честно, я не особо знаю, что выбрать.
You are my mother. Whatever you've done, I can't take that away from you. It doesn't excuse everything, but in time we will find a way of putting it all behind us.
Oh, thank you, Louis. Thank you. I will never lie to you again. Come on, let's go.
No, Mother. I'm not going back with you. I can't.
What do you mean? Louis, you can't stay here.
Don't worry about me. I have to stay. I still have a lot to learn. But you go.
Louis!
I'll see you in Paris. Don't worry. Here. This is yours.
Don't forget, Louis. You've got the lance. You can beat him. If you hit him with it, he won't be able to escape from his mortal envelope, and he will die with it.
В принципе, я примерно так и хотел. Я не узнал, о чем лгала Сара Дерише. Капец, блин. Я что-то не думал, что можно вот что-то такое. Так, 4 навыка. Журналы не могу посмотреть, да? Навыки науки и оккультизма до 3-го уровня. Вот это было бы неплохо. Так. Наука. И оккультизм. Блин, а тут до хрена, да? Ну, давайте так. И так. Пускай пока будет так. Тучу книг мы не нашли до сих пор. Меня это печалит.
Rational and open. I spent my whole life swimming in lies. Emma, what a bloody mess. I've been completely manipulated. I feel like I know nothing. That I have to learn everything all over again. I'm a demon. I age more slowly. I can mentally manipulate people. I don't even know if it's a good thing or a curse. No, this is an advantage. I could get used to this pretty quickly, I think. Damn it, what a mess. Come on, man up, Louis. I'm still the same old me. Demon or not, I'm still in charge of my actions. And this father, I know nothing about. Yes, I've still got a lot to learn. It's enough to drive you crazy. Everything I believed in, nothing holds true anymore. Pull yourself together, man. I need to find some answers. There's no way of being alone for a minute.
Угу. Так, сначала посмотрим, можно ли тут еще что-то взять. Ну, вообще, это наша комната, мы ее вроде все пропылесосили, что это?
Inferno by Dante.
Ага.
Abandon hope, all ye who enter here.
Да, тут
Lovely
ничего не
lectures
взять.
Mortimer's giving to his guests. Very jolly.
Sir Gregory?
Good day, Louis. I think it would be good to talk. How are you feeling?
I don't know.
I understand. I heard that William spoke to you at last about our nature and our family. It's a good thing, but you must be a bit shaken up.
That's the least you can say.
I bid you welcome among us, Louis. Knowing William, he probably didn't go into any detail about our family, so if you have any questions, don't hesitate to ask.
Вторая сторона, это интересно.
How long has our family been in existence?
We have been here since the very beginning.
What do you mean, exactly?
Are you trying to get information from me?
No, not at all. I was just wondering why that particular question seemed to disturb you.
Let us not insist, then. You yourself weren't very convinced by the question, it seems.
How many of us are there in the family?
We are 8 brothers and sisters.
What do you mean by brothers and sisters if we can change bodies?
You reason with logic. We have retained the human habit. When we first come into this world, we retain a certain attachment to our first envelope. If we are born as a man, we are brothers. If we are born as a woman, we are sisters. But I must admit, it has absolutely no real importance. They're just bodies.
Well, tell me then, are there any other families like ours?
There are officially 7, but we're the oldest and therefore the most powerful.
Is there a head of the family?
You'll see. You'll meet them all, of course, when you are ready. They created us and set out the rules, especially our father. As for our mother, she retired from the political stage. We don't see her much anymore. I think that all these questions simply bore her.
What's Lord Mortimer's problem?
I think he allows himself to be devoured by a need for recognition.
Has he always been like that?
More or less, but thinking about it, I believe that the birth of our latest sibling greatly accentuated his discomfort.
Do you think he's jealous?
I didn't realize you were so good at behavioral analysis. Indeed, William certainly is prone to jealousy. Finding one's place, notably in the eyes of our father, is not easy, and we each do what we can to succeed. But I can't justify this perpetual rebellion against our rules.
I see. There is still much to learn.
Yes, it's true. You've got some catching up to do, my boy. One thing you must understand, regarding any disagreements that might arise between William and myself, is his position with regard to mankind.
What do you mean?
Well, for centuries we've been trying to help, and therefore preserve humanity. Monarchies are simple and practical. They enable us to inspire humanity efficiently, and I can't understand why William wants to replace them with democracy.
Ну... Интересно. Давайте поступим так в этот момент. Сыграем немножечко в тех самых блогеров, которые по любому поводу типа пишите в комментариях. Пишите в комментариях, что бы вы выбрали. Демократию или монархию. Не знаю. Ввиду истории монархия не всегда была хорошо, а демократия, ну, может быть, лучше из зол, единственное что. Ну ладно, допустим, давайте отец.
If your intention is not to dominate the human race, why not let them be master of their own destinies?
I perfectly understand this type of reaction from you, less from William. The main thing you're lacking is time. Man is transient, and one of his particularities is that he does not learn from the errors of his peers. He uses up an incredible amount of energy building and destroying whatever he himself has put into place. If we weren't here to help them, guide them, I sincerely believe that humanity would have become extinct by now. On the other hand, we are eternal, Louis. When we plan ahead, we do it for the long term.
Yes, I understand, but that's more like tyranny, isn't it?
Well, it's all a question of your point of view. From man's point of view, I can understand how he would have that impression if ever he found out. But don't forget your true nature. From the demon's point of view, in other words, ours, letting man do as he thinks fit would equate to letting him race to his own demise.
But what about man's freedom to choose?
That is man's worst enemy, Louis. Imagine a creature that dies without reaching the age of adulthood. It remains a child. We have to help him, otherwise he will put himself in danger. It has taken centuries for our family to establish relative peace between demons. Thanks to this policy, we have been able to decide everything by confining the other families to subordinate roles. And now William is obsessed with disrupting everything.
Peace between demons? What do you mean?
I'm not talking about conflicts within our family. If that was all there was, everything would be fine. But several other families, younger but nonetheless powerful, are trying to upset the balance. At present, we dominate most of the major countries around the globe. But some families are pushing, via less influential countries, to gain ground. Do you understand?
As best I can, yes.
When the time comes, you must take up a position on the political chessboard. I only hope your father doesn't take you down with him.
Are you suggesting he might be in danger?
Well, Louis, our father's patience is not limitless. If William ever does go too far, then yes, he will be in danger. I want you to make an informed choice. Now go and see your father, see what he has to say, and then think it over very carefully.
That's exactly what I intended to do. Thank you, Uncle.
Don't mention it. If I've been able to help you in any way, go now.
В общем, я, наверное, буду все-таки придерживаться стороны отца и ратовать за демократию, условно. Так, а где подъем в кабинет? Там. Здесь тоже можно одинаково. Во-первых, немножечко хаоса не помешает. Монархия монархий. Эти все контролируют. Контролируют семьи, контролируют то сё. Ты что, сидишь, блядь, медитируешь? Буддист херов. Занят он. Но в целом, ну да, свобода выбора, да, действительно. Я тоже, на самом деле, практически полностью согласен с тем, что люди рано или поздно себя уничтожат. Блядь, и хер с ним. Ну, в смысле, мы сами это сделаем, так и будет. Че, кто нас будет жалеть? Это то же самое, что жалеть человека, который вышел в окно. Блядь, он же сам вышел в окно. Его никто не заставлял, его никто не подталкивал. Это его право, его решение. Ну, и как бы и хер с ним. Поэтому уничтожим мы себя, да и уничтожим. Да и хрен с ним. Но это будет наш выбор, условно.
Louis, I was sure you'd stay. I'm proud of you. You've made the right choice. It took great maturity to forgive your sister as you did.
She brought me up. I realized I owed her a lot.
We all make mistakes, as Sarah well knows.
Why didn't you tell me the truth about her?
I thought that might be too many truths to absorb at one time. I intended to tell you afterwards. You were in a hurry, so I made a decision. You've been able to understand and choose for yourself. How do you feel?
Hard to say. Quite curious to find out more. My whole way of thinking has been blown apart in just a couple hours.
What could be more normal? It may have been a bit brutal, but you've just grown up in a very short space of time. From now on, you can influence your own future. I will guide you. We've all the time we need.
You're not the first to make me that offer.
What do you mean by that?
Your brother, Sir Gregory.
Gregory. Why am I not even surprised? What did he say?
I've been given to understand that you have a difficult relationship with your father. Isn't that right?
Let's just say we don't see things the same way. I ended up finding out that there's a world outside the rules he has imposed on us.
It seems you find yourself in the same position that you've placed men. You were told what to do, what to think, and you found it unbearable. Imagine if humanity finds out you secretly direct them. How do you think they'd react?
Your analogy is not without substance. But that's where it ends. Man's main flaw is his willingness to forget and to make the same errors time and again. He can't help it. He is mortal. I don't impose anything on anyone. I'm just following my own path.
But where does it lead?
I suppose I should explain. For centuries now, demons have emerged in and around great leaders all over the world. But like true tyrants, they have governed with an iron fist in a studded glove.
That's the impression I get.
But you see, people's discontent is increasing, and they are too high up to hear it. They take themselves for gods. Sooner or later, the people will turn against us, just as they have in the past. Each time it's happened, many of us have died. We must master the humans, yes, but gently. And the best way of doing that is by allowing them a free choice, Louis.
You really are trying to liberate men.
Of course, not entirely, no. It is easier to keep control over people who slumber than people who are oppressed. A man with nothing to lose is a dangerous man. Whereas, if you give him a roof, food, and entertainment, he will do whatever you want. The best way of getting them to achieve something is to make them think it was their idea. For that, they have to feel as if they are free.
Hang on. What do you mean?
Look at the United States. From the start, I introduced an idea that will change everything. The idea that everything is possible. Everyone can become someone. Is there anything more beautiful?
You mean it's not true?
Man can move mountains when he believes it is in his own interest. And what nobler cause is there than his own freedom?
Do you have any more examples?
Of course. What obscurantism! By harping on this concept of good and evil, guilt and redemption, look where men are now, locked up in beliefs that should no longer exist. It's time for men to rediscover themselves and to take control of their lives, as they really are, without any moral judgment.
Talk to me about slavery.
Well, take the slave trade, for example. It's an archaic practice that simply has to stop. Today, black slaves of America work for free and in unbearable conditions. Tomorrow, if you free the blacks and offer them work along with a salary, they will bless you for it. Then, they will be integrated into the system. They will be taxable. Once they are free, they will have to work for a roof, pay taxes, and feed their families. Maybe we could take away the civil rights of prisoners, for example. In this way, we'll keep control of all those who respect the system and benefit from the others as a workforce.
And what would you propose for women?
They must be given the right to work and to vote. Look, at the moment, they don't work. They take care of raising children. What a mistake. We have to get them out of the house. Make them work. In this way, not only will they become consumers, but they will also delegate the job of education to the system. We could guide humanity from a young age, Louis, don't you see? Today, we are wasting too much time.
Tell me what you think about progress.
Progress is essential, Louis. It's the future.
What else?
Progress must liberate humanity from burdensome chores. Progress must replace man wherever his presence is not obligatory. It creates both the desire and the need. It will liberate women as soon as the machines are able to do all the chores in the home automatically. It will bring men together by bringing a faster means of locomotion. Look at the cultural revolution that printing brought about. But the most important of all has already been laid. The foundation stone. Freedom of speech. The First Amendment of the Constitution. There must be opponents to every project. So, above all, don't develop a one-track approach. Otherwise, man won't have enough room for expression to feel free. If man sees his chains, he will only want to break them. If we give men the feeling that they are free, I am convinced that they will exceed their limits. And it is only from that condition that humanity shall rise up.
But do you want to dominate or raise humanity higher?
I want it to advance. I want it to progress. Man is our vessel. If he progresses, then so do we. Wouldn't you like to know what we really are?
Who do you mean? Demons?
Yes, us. Our species. I've been searching for centuries, trying to find a way to explain the reason of our existence. But humanity has not yet evolved enough to make any progress on the subject. I am convinced that the sciences will bring that knowledge someday.
So, that's your objective, is it? To understand who we are. I see your point.
Our family clings to its privileges and to the past, and that's how they are putting us in danger. The time has come for change. Now that you know your true nature, there are still a few things I need to teach you.
What do you mean exactly?
A new skill, and not the least, Louis. It's about
Переселение?
taking control of a person.
I don't see how I could do that.
I shall help you the first time.
Да поехали.
Okay, let's not waste any more time.
I deduce that you're impatient to master what's in store for you. That is good. I thought I'd mix business with pleasure for this first time.
What do you mean by that?
The conference will come to a close shortly, as you know. Not that I'm fed up with archaic diplomacy, but it's time to ensure the success of this project. To make this happen, I would like Piaget to inform the Pope he has changed sides. Here is my plan. I would like you to join His Eminence in his room.
Just play along. We'll see when the time comes. Very well. And then?
You're going to have to trust me. What we're going to do is painless for the human you are going to invade.
Invade?
Yes, you're going to enter his mind and take control. You're going to influence his actions and make him speak, then concentrate. You must focus on him in order to feel his thoughts. Then, while speaking, you must link with him. Once you're done, you will naturally find your way to the source and enter into his thoughts.
But what if I fail?
Trust in your instincts. You just have to let yourself go. You have the skill. Let your nature come to the fore. You'll see. If you fail, you'll be in for some light banter with His Eminence. That's all. There's nothing to be afraid of.
Very well.
Perfect. Go now. The Cardinal is in his room. You will have to write a letter to the Pope as if Piaget had written it himself. In this letter, tell the Pope that whatever happens during the conference, he must follow my propositions. But be careful. In order to protect himself from counterfeiters, the Pope had Piaggi's hand tattooed with a symbol to be sure of his identity. You'll see when you're inside him. You'll understand. Once it's written up, just bring it back to me, and I'll send it off immediately.
All right, I'll take care of it.
Да уж. Весело тут у них. У демонов. Ну, в теории понятно то, что он продвигает, это то, что типа происходит сейчас на данный момент за окном, что произошло перед этим. Давайте, наверное, на этом мы закончим. У нас опять по консулу получаются очень длинные серии. Это ужасно. А с учетом того, что в нем особо ничего не происходит, просто разговоры, информация, это, возможно, еще и не так уж и весело смотреть. Спасибо большое вам за просмотр. Ставьте лайки, если вам понравилось. Если не понравилось, пишите в комментариях, что именно, когда-нибудь их прочитаю, может быть, я вам отвечу. Подписывайтесь на канал, ставьте колокольчик справа от подписаться, чтобы всегда быть в курсе новых выходящих видео. Еще раз спасибо большое за просмотр и пока!